famous pain in the ass. You know the voice is legendary. I created all these characters off of the movies that I used to watch. But now I'm rocking my fam. My man Ramses, Day One Rockefeller. He came out with his own characters himself. He got a whole comic book line. Check it out. Show him, show him.
Oh, yeah.
All these different characters, my man created it. And now he's putting them up for you so you can read them. He's got novels, he's got all kinds of things. So please check it out, man. Be the first ones to get these copies. I know holiday season is coming around. The kids would love this, man. Ramsey, man, I'm proud of you. And you got merch too, look at that. You got the shirts too, with sweaters to match?
Mm-hmm. And we got the hats. You dig?
Hats are big now. Hats became like the new thing. Everybody's making statements on hats. So you see that? You got a billboard right there. So check him out. Check out the first copy, which is Starman. Where's that? Power Star? Where's it at?
The first issue of Power Star, man. It's somewhere around here. But make sure you go get
find that. Yeah, find it. Find it and then cop it.
Word up. First issue of Power Star is the best way to get, you know what I mean, get into the comic book brand and understand the universe. Trust me, you want to get Power. Peace and love, y'all. Peace and love, y'all. Welcome to Life Comic Spotlight. Today's spotlight is going to be on the Blue Knight first issue. Blue Knight first issue. I am Ramses Francois. I'm the artist, creator, author, and owner of Life Comics, all of the above. And like I said, today we're going to delve into the first issue of the Blue Knight. The first issue of the Blue Knight, right here. All right, her. So yeah, you know, when I created Blue Knight, I was thinking of, you know, something that's, you know, up the box really, and the way it came out, I loved it. You know, exactly how I wanted for it to come out. You know, the first issue of the Blue Knight. You know, you get to see that Blue Knight, you know, is pretty much on the, you know, the king of fighters, you know, the king of fighters, and he's also the descendant of Yasuke, you know, hopefully I said that right, Yasuke, you know, first black samurai, you know, so I pretty much want to add on to that, you know what I mean, like, to his journey, and that's who he is. You know what I mean? Nothing else, nothing more. He's a descendant of Yasuke. You get to see that in the beginning of the book. And before Blue Knight became Blue Knight, you know, he sits down with a friend. You know, he sits down with a friend. You know, he having a little soup. You know, having a little fun, you know what I'm saying? I can show you, matter of fact, before we go further, if you got the time, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me see if I can show you that, just that page itself, so you can have a good idea. I don't know if this is it. Yeah, pretty much it right here. Having it's a little lunch, you know what I mean, with his peeps, you know what I mean, before he goes into a battle, you know, not even a battle, but like a competition, you know, at the OPAC arena. And that friend that I just showcased to you, he's having like a little soup lunch with him. He's giving him a little motivation and help for the competition he's about to deal with, you know, that he's about to face in the OPAC arena to become, you know, one of the greatest fighters, you know, to get that belt. And if I go further, don't forget we got Life Comics merch, you know, right here, right here. Life Comics merch. Just want to showcase that before I go further. The hats, beautiful, you know what I'm saying? Beautiful material, all of it. All the colors is fire. Orange, pink, green, pastel colors, everything, you know. You'll think it's a fashion line before you think it's a merch line. But anyway, you know, he's having lunch with his friend, and he's getting him prepped. Like, you're gonna win this competition at the OPAC arena. So he goes there. The competition begins. His mother is there as well, and you know, he fights. You know, he fights one of the so-called, you know, one of the, you know, greatest fighters out there as well. He's being called as a great fighter, but at the competition, Blue Knight, who's also known as Kevin Johnson, defeats the competition. He wins the competition, and for winning that competition, you know, they chose him also to be, you know, the next Blue Knight, because there were different Blue Knights throughout the era of, you know, before there was after, or should I say after? Well, before he came, there's other Blue Knights before him. You know, there was other Blue Knights before him. Forgive me, I'm working so hard in multiple books and I'm a little exhausted, so I'm doing my best. But yeah, you know, yeah, so before we go further as well, he's from an island, a hidden secret island called OPAC Island, Island of Fighters. OPAC Island, Island of Fighters. That's where he's from. It's a hidden island, hidden from the world, you know, not spoken on too much, and that's where he's from, you know. So he wins the competition, and while he wins the competition, they also give him a chance on being the next Blue Knight. You know, so he goes to a place called the Blue Cave, you know, to go train and to prep him to become the Blue, you know, the Blue Knight, and to give him more information about the Blue Knight, you know, how they came about and all this, that, and the third. So, and train him. They actually were training him too in that whole place, you know, if I didn't mention that before. You know, they gave him his suit. They gave him, you know, the person that's aiding him, you know what I'm saying, in the Blue Cave, you know, is pretty much, you know, getting him prepped to become more than a fighter, more than what he is. He actually becomes the king of OPAC Island, you know, the hidden island. He becomes the king. So, you know, while he's becoming the king and getting ready and prepped to showcase to the world that, hey, I'm the new Blue Knight, you know, he has to deal with a little bit of drama, of course. And the Blue Knight mother, Kevin Johnson, you know, got killed. You know, she's mysteriously killed. You know, but not even mysteriously killed. She's just killed by a person, you know, that was sent by one of the tribes, you know, that lives in OPAC Island, because, you know, they want to be the Blue Knight. But anyway, the Red Menace, that's the person named the Red Menace, is the person that killed his mother. You know, he went to, after the training and all this stuff happening in the Blue Cave, he goes to go see his mom so he can show, look, I'm a Blue Knight now. I got the suit. I can fly. I can do all these things now. So while he's headed to his home, he opens the door. He sees his mother on the floor, and, you know, he goes bananas. You know, he goes crazy. And while he's asking questions or whatever, he looks out the window. Then he sees the Red Menace running. You know what I mean? Running away from, you know, the whole situation. You know. So while he catches Red Menace, he goes after him. You know. So they begin to fight. And the fight continues and continues from there. You know, Red Menace begins. He has no heart. Red Menace is heartless. You know, and yeah, the fight continues from there. You know, I don't want to give I already give a little bit too much spoiling things already, but, you know, I don't want to give it all away. You know what happens at the end or whatever the case is. You're gonna just have to grab the first issue to figure out what happens at the end. And just the whole book period. It's a whole new world. It's a whole new island, a whole new culture, and he is the king of it, Blue Knight. You know, the king of fighters and the king of OPAC Island of fighters. And you know, if you want to get more information, see more, and know more about what happens in the first issue, you can grab it at Amazon, Walmart, all these places. You know, all places that sell books. Trust me, guaranteed, you're gonna definitely like love it. You know, it's the first issue, and I hope that you got a gist or an idea of who Blue Knight is. You know, there's more to come. There's like a lot of books is already done for Blue Knight. You know, I can't wait to share it to show you where he goes with this, you know, his journey. And that's pretty much it. You know, I got more to explain later on. You know, but right now, the Blue Knight one is out everywhere, and feel free to grab it, share it. You know, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and leave a comment below, and follow me on Instagram as well. Life__comics_universe. Life, LIFE __comics COMICS_universe. And yeah, there's more to come. You know, the Blue Knight is here to stay, and he's also a part of the Supreme Elite. Peace and love to you all. God bless.
Hey, yo, you like the Black Stan Lee out this motherfucker. I ain't even gonna hold you, son.
A superhero from Brooklyn is something that I always dreamed of doing.
Shout out to my man Ramses. He's got it going on right now with Life Comic Book.
When I did Power Store, I was thinking about something different, something that didn't look like the regular superhero that you see. You know what I mean? Yep, Life Comics is my comic book brand. That's the name of the comic book brand. So Marvel, DC, all those other brands, be on the lookout, because I'm coming up. They're all connected. It's a connected universe.
Boy, Leaf Buck, Philly Freeway. We hot right here representing for our guy, Ramses.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Jay, Dames, and Biggs. You know what I mean? Like, salute. I'm grateful of Jay, Dame, and Biggs. You know what I mean? Because they instilled that in my mind. You know what I mean? To be a CEO.
Y'all tap in with Life Comics and get that Power Star. I ain't gonna lie.
They're all on Amazon.
Well, how did
know
you look it
what
up?
they're doing a survey, but they also get caught up in an experiment. You know what I mean? And that experiment turns them into day and night.
What up, baby? It's the world famous Pain Ass. You know the voice that's legendary.
My name, you know, of course, Ramses, RAMSES, Francois, FRANCOIS.
Yeah, they're tiny. Supreme
This
Elite,
is a
yo.
perfect example of something
Lord
that-
Haiti and Supreme
People, it's your boy Leaf Buck, Philly Freeway. We hot right here representing for our guy, Ramses. Life Comics.
Life Comics, Ramses, you know what it is, man. We love you, bro. Life Comics, man. Make sure y'all tune in. It's going down, man. Early.
Yes.